Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. Hang on, let me turn the music off. Hey, it's me, Vicky Marie. I nearly got caught out there because I just realised right at the last minute I didn't have a candle. So I had to go off and get a candle. Now I've realised I've got nothing to put the candle on, but I'm going to just put it on a piece of paper. So, hi, happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, isn't it, today? Yeah, happy Wednesday. It's been raining, storming, everything here. The weather's been really bad, sort of rain-wise. So it's not cold, it's warm, but we've had a lot of rain. But it's good, we need it. We need the rain here in Spain. But I don't know if you saw, there's been in Mallorca, in Palma, Mallorca. It's been really bad and it's affected flights, etc. Might have a little look at that at the end of the video after I've told you about Samantha. Anyway, so I'm lighting the candle for Samantha today. You know, anytime there's any news, Samantha Murphy, this lady that was still, the police in Ballarat, Australia, are still looking for her remains, even though somebody has been arrested for a murder. Patrick Stevenson's been arrested, but he's not cooperating. He won't say where she is. The police found a telephone, a mobile phone, not long ago, last week, didn't they? So, you know, they've got some idea of roundabout where she is, but the terrain there is just so difficult. It's in the bush in Australia. There's a lot of places to search. She could be absolutely anywhere. She could be down a mine. You know, she could be anywhere. So unfortunately, she's still not been found. And I just wanted to let you know that there'd been a latest search. And we're going to look at some videos from the Australian news about this search. And, you know, we're not letting go of this case, are we? We've followed the Samantha Murphy case from the beginning. We always follow cases from, you know, until their resolution, if you like. And although, as I say, Samantha's murderer has been, alleged murderer, has been charged, you know, it's not over until he's convicted, to be honest. And it's certainly not over while Samantha is not being brought home to her family. So today's candle, this morning's candle is for Samantha. Gosh, it really shining on there. Well, if you can see it like I can see it. Yeah. Yeah, prayers for Samantha and her family. Okay, so I want to say my usual thank you, so then I can take the banner off. Thank you for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you to all of you that are members, and you know, a lot of you have upgraded the membership to the new members channel. Thank you for that. Thank you for those who've sent super chats. It's so generous. Thank you, PayPals, etc. And this all helps because, like today, I've not got much time today because I've got a lot of classes on a Wednesday. For those of you who know, who don't know, my sort of other life, I'm a Spanish teacher. And so, you know, memberships is a way that I can free up more time, make this channel work for me more like, you know, a job, if you like, and free up, mean that I have more time that I can spend on videos, spend on research, etc. You know, because as much as I enjoy it, and this is, it's like a paid hobby, if you like, but time is always a problem. So today, yeah, I've got a lot of classes today, and I like doing my classes. I'm not complaining about my classes. Just sometimes when things come up in the sort of true crime world, or the things that we cover, it's difficult because I want to just go and do a video straight away, and I can't just go and do a video straight away. You know, I'm not free to do a video when I want to do one, but I do try my best to put out as many videos as possible to keep you all entertained, and because I enjoy chatting about things, of course. So, yeah, so of course, by the time I finish chatting about what I'm going to chat about, that takes up a lot of time. But let's go straight to the Samantha Murphy case. Most of you will know the case. I always give just a quick recap, but just in case there are people tuning in for the first time. You know, Samantha went missing on a normal morning jog back in February when it was summer in Australia, and, you know, never went home, and the police believe she was attacked about 7 kilometres from her home by a young guy. Let's get some photos up. So this is what the police think, or this is what the police have charged Patrick Stevenson with her murder. This is Samantha, of course. And they have charged Patrick Stevenson. I don't know if I've got a photo of him handy here. It doesn't really matter what he looks like, I suppose. There he is. This is the young man that's been charged with a murder. But he's not cooperating. He won't say where she is. But he's coming up for trial probably in August. So I expect the police are trying their best to find Samantha's remains. They seem to think they've got a very good case against him. Otherwise, they wouldn't have charged him with murder in the first place. But obviously, finding her remains just helps towards, you know, making the case watertight, doesn't it? Okay, so let's have a look at some new. So this morning, when I looked, as I check every morning for any news, it did say that another search that the police had been searching again. So what the police are doing now is they're doing targeted searches. So in the beginning, when Samantha went missing, they were just searching all around locally that area, weren't they? And they were encouraging people to do the same. You know, they were asking for people's help. Then since they've arrested, since the missing persons unit got involved, they stopped all the searches, though they still encouraged the public to search. And they started doing targeted searches, didn't they? And they've been doing what you'd say were spasmodic searches, really, in certain areas. And now, of course, they're telling the public to stay away. They don't want the public to be involved now, which is really must mean that they're pretty certain that sooner or later they're going to find Samantha. So let's have a look. Oh, let me say hello to everyone. Hi, Julie. Hi, David. Hi, Quizzical Girl. Hi, Kelly. Hi, Alana. Alana's back again. Hi. Yeah, I think she'll be. I think you're right, David. I think she'll be right there. It's just, but it doesn't. You know, we saw with the doctor in Greece. You know, with Michael Mosley, he was right there next to the cafeteria all the time, but they didn't find him, and he was exposed. You know, he was not buried or in a mine shaft or nothing covering him. And look how long it took them to find that. You know, you think searching is easy, but it's not easy, and especially not easy in the area that Samantha will have been hidden. Now, the good news, I suppose, is now it's not summer in Australia anymore, it's winter. So it won't, you know, I think that's how they ended up finding Samantha's phone, wasn't it? Thought that it might have been thrown in that dam that it was found near the side of it. And, you know, as they haven't had much rain, so the dam had receded. This is it, geography changes, doesn't it? The foliage now won't be as thick as it was in February or, you know, in the months after that. Now a lot of the leaves will have gone. A lot of the trees will be without leaves. You know, I don't know much about sort of the Australian, what's the word, you know, nature in Australia, like what kind of trees they have and this, that and the other, and how the bush is different from the winter to the summer. I don't really know about that. Might be able to find some photos of that, but things that would have been more difficult to see in the height of the summer will maybe be easier to see now. So they're probably going back over, searching the same areas over and over again, maybe. So yeah, like people, there are many reasons why he wouldn't be saying where she is. It could be that he doesn't want to implicate anybody else that's involved. That we don't know, or maybe he's just sort of pushing his luck and thinking, well, until the body's found, they can't. There's no body, so how are they going to prove it was me? I expect it was a bit of a blow for him when they found the phone. I presume they've told him that they found the phone, or certainly told his lawyer. If he's not cooperating, if he's not cooperating, are the police even talking to him directly? Is he only talking through his lawyer? He might be refusing to speak. I think you can refuse to speak, can't you, if you want to? So, we don't know all that. We don't know. I'm sure it will come out sooner or later after the trial. But really, all we're concerned with at the moment is that Samantha is found, isn't it? Hi, Heather. Yeah, I think he was there all the time, Alana. He was there all the time. I don't know how nobody smelled anything. I don't know. Doesn't bear thinking about, or maybe they just thought it was the drains or whatever, who knows? I mean, at the end of the day, it was right near the coast. So, it may, there'll be breezes, and I just don't know. But I think he was definitely there all the time, because there is CCTV of him collapsing on that very day. So I don't think there's any anything more to that story than a man that just misadventure, got lost, didn't estimate properly the heat of this, really, and no offense to him or the family, but he should not have been, as a doctor, he should not have been walking around a Greek island in 46 degrees heat in the middle of the sun. He should have really known a bit better than that. And he's obviously taken a wrong turn. I don't know, got lost or whatever. But no, they think he died that day, and there is CCTV of him collapsing. So I don't think there's anything more to that story than a very, very sad set of unfortunate circumstances that led to the death of a very popular man. Hi, Katrine. Yeah, and he was diabetic as well, yeah. So, okay, let's have a look at these videos to tell us what's been going on. I don't think there's any new, positive news in that they've been that Samantha's been found. But the good news is, in my eyes, is that we like some updates, don't we? The police have been so quiet. We haven't had a press conference. They didn't do a press conference about the phone. They released a statement just to say that the phone was confirmed to be hers. But, we've not really heard anything from the police, which has been a bit frustrating, really. So let's have a look. That's February. So these are the most recent news articles, if you like, about Samantha.
With the latest from police headquarters, Mimi, has anything been found?
Tom, police haven't said if they've found any specific items of interest, but they have confirmed that they've just concluded a 2-day targeted search in the Ballarat area as part of the ongoing murder investigation into Samantha Murphy's disappearance. Members of the missing persons.
See, I really feel that the police are so close to finding Samantha, because the other thing that they're doing is, so they're saying they've just concluded a 2-day search. They're not saying when they're doing these searches. Do you see what I mean? I think it's like they're saying when they've concluded them, but they're being quite secretive with the searches themselves. I think they're really expecting to find her any time now. they're just maybe just what's the expression that I'm looking for? Maybe they're just they're going through these different spots that they've highlighted and eliminating them. That's the words I'm looking for. They're eliminating possibilities one by one. But feels like they feel like they are going to find her, and I feel like they're going to find her. Now, this, of course, was the dam. And you can see, well, first of all, you can see how the road runs right alongside it. Then you can see that how the dam has dried up. So, some people said, oh, maybe the phone was put there after, or I don't think it was put there after. I think it was flung there probably on the very same day when that last phone ping came from that phone tower, which is in that area, was flung in the water, and it's been hidden there. Now, they may have had a tip off. Maybe that Patrick is talking a little bit, hey? And maybe, although maybe he can't remember exactly where he's put the body. He'll have at the end of the day, someone, whether him or whether someone else he knows, we don't know the whole ins and outs, but someone has hidden Samantha's body somewhere. Now, the thing is, would they even remember exactly? Is it a thing where they went to a specific place to hide her, or have they just driven around and then found a place and hidden her? And then it might be quite difficult to remember exactly where you've put someone in these sort of locations. That's always possible, I suppose. But yeah, you can see very clearly. Did they stop on the side of the road here and then fling it over into the dam? Or just fling it out of a moving car? But, but you can see how the dam has dried up. So that's where they found the phone anyway.
As well as other specialist resources were deployed to that search area. They've been searching there today and yesterday. Of course, this latest search comes just 2 weeks after police had that major breakthrough where they managed to uncover the 51-year-old's phone in a dam just south of Buninyong. It's understood that phone and a number of other items are still being forensically assessed. Now, Samantha.
So those items are being forensically assessed. Now, notice she said that they did started this search yesterday, but never said a dicky bird about it. And they're only just saying that they've even done the search as they're concluding the search. So I'm sure they've got others planned. I bet they've mapped out an area that they think she might be, and they will be eliminating, going in, searching, making targeted searches. Apparently they told her family, what they were going to do. So the family have known about it. But the police have kept stum as far as media is concerned. And now they're releasing the information that they've searched. But it seems like they haven't found anything this time. But it's only a matter of time, isn't it?
Samantha Murphy's family were made aware of the search that has taken place over the last 2 days. Police have confirmed that it has now wrapped up, and at this stage, they don't have any more plans to continue that search tomorrow. Tom?
All right, Mimi, thank you.
So no plans to continue the search tomorrow. So let's just have another. I'd just like to see all the different takes from the news, but it's probably all more or less the same.
And Cassie, you have an update from police. There are new developments in the search for Samantha Murphy's body. Crime reporter Cassie Zervos has the latest. And Cassie, you have an update from police.
Well, Mitch, they've confirmed there's been a targeted search in the Ballarat area yesterday and today using a range of specialist resources. It follows our revelation on 7 News last week that Samantha Murphy's iPhone is working and in near perfect condition. It's a significant step and prompted the searches we've seen in the past 48 hours. A word of caution, though, police are regularly undertaking small-scale searches.
So just to say, that was interesting. Remember what she said. They said that the phone is working. It's in near perfect condition. So they should be able to get a lot of information off it. Obviously, they're not going to let us know what information they've got off it. But it's interesting to know that. And you remember in one of the other videos that I did, we looked at whether phones could still work after they'd been underwater. And one website that we looked at, which were defense lawyers, were saying, you know, you have to destroy the chip, otherwise you can get all the information off a phone. That's that's what Stephen Stearns found to his chagrin, wasn't it? That his factory reset didn't work either. Apparently, you have to literally destroy the chip of a phone these days before you can remove the information that's on it. Apart from that, most of it can probably be recovered. So it's pointless, really, trying to, you know, hide. Well, I suppose the only other thing you can do is turn your phone off completely or leave it at home if you're about to, you know, bury a body. So just in case you're thinking of burying a body, just don't take your phone with you. Not unless you want to get caught anyway. Of course, the other search that's going on, very similar to this, is searching for Anna Knezevich's body near Madrid. Similar thing there. They have her husband's phone. He's suspected of, well, he's been charged with abduction and kidnap. He hasn't been charged with murder yet. And of course, they're looking for Anna Knezevich's remains as well. And they'll be using phone data from his phone, from her husband's phone, to see where he was and for how long he was there. And I honestly do believe both these cases, I don't know when, but they will be resolved, in the sense I believe that Anna will be found, and I believe that Samantha will be found. Because the thing is, it's, you know, you can't just, I know people go missing every year, and probably some people are, what's the word, you know, disposed of and never found again. I know it does happen, but I just don't feel in these particular cases it will, because these are not just people who've disappeared. They have allegedly have the killers in custody. They have data, you know, phone data and that. So I'm pretty confident that both these ladies will be brought home to their families. I certainly hope so. And, you know, it's something interesting, just totally breaking off the subject, but remember we were looking at the case of the two women that went missing in, I think it was Arizona or Kansas. And that was to do with a custody dispute, wasn't it? And in the end, the grandma of the children involved in the custody dispute has been arrested, and a few other of her sort of mates, if you like. And the bodies of those two women were found because someone in the family, the daughter of one of the people that implicated, did go to the police and snitch on them, because she'd overheard, you know, them talking about the bodies, etc., and that they'd killed these women. Now, when they found these women, they were buried. They would never have found them, I don't think, unless this daughter, how brave she was to go to the police, because these poor women were in freezers, buried, you know, many feet under the ground. So I think it would, you know, it was obviously a planned murder, because these holes had been dug. I presume the freezers had been obtained. And then these women hopefully were dead first before they went into the freezer. It's not clear, you know, if they were buried alive or not, which is just awful to think about. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, that if sometimes people can go to great lengths to hide bodies, and I think they probably would have been, I think they may still have been arrested and charged, because they weren't the cleverest criminals in the world. You know, evidence led to them straight away. But as far as the bodies were concerned, I think if this girl wouldn't have been brave enough to, well, really report her own parents for murder, would those poor women ever have been recovered, you know, at least brought back to their families? You know, both mothers, both with children. And the horrible thing about that is the grandma. that's her own grandchildren's mother she's murdered. You know, she's supposed to love her grandchildren, and she's taken away their mother in that horrible way. But anyway, I know I'm going off the point as usual, but what I'm just trying to say is, although I know sometimes bodies can be disposed of in a way that's difficult to be found, I don't feel that in this case, but in this case or in Anna Knezevich's case, because I think, well, certainly in this case, unless it was planned beforehand, you know, I think it would have been trying to get rid of Samantha's body as quickly as possible. And I think he will have disposed of Samantha's body that very same day, just as he disposed of the phone. You know, he'd want any evidence whatsoever away, wouldn't he? So, I mean, she may be sort of hidden in a mine shaft or something like that, but it's only a matter of time. The police will carry on. They will search everything and everywhere. And sooner or later, like with the phone, I honestly believe that they will come up with Samantha's remains. I certainly hope so and pray so. And the same with Anna.
As they try to find the mother of three's body. In March, Patrick Stevenson was charged with her murder. This entire time, he's refused to cooperate with police, but will face a magistrate again in August. Mitch.
Cassie Zervos in the newsroom. Thank you. There are new developments in the search for Samantha Murphy's body.
Sorry, that's just so. Yeah, we'll be there in August, won't we, to see what transpires with his case. Just hope she'll have been found by then. You know, that's what I do hope. Okay.
Good evening. First, breaking news. Investigators have just
videos we haven't seen. There's a lot of videos here on Twitter, but of course a lot of them are from you know, from before, right from the beginning, when Samantha went missing. Let's see, have we seen this one? So this is not a video, this is a news article. Yeah, just really confirming that Victoria Police have concluded another search, but haven't found anything really. So unfortunately, so this is the kind of terrain that they're looking for her through, I suppose. We don't know where the new searches are. They seem to be concentrating, obviously, around about where they found the mobile phone. I think she is likely to be around there somewhere. I don't think Patrick will have travelled far to dispose of Samantha's body, because he could have got stopped at any moment, couldn't he? So he'll have been wanting to get rid of her as soon as possible. But also he will have wanted to dispose of the remains where they couldn't be found, or easily be found. But you know, this is it. You forget about nature. Nature gives up its secrets sometimes. Might take a long time. We've seen it recently with Zielo Marizuva, in a little boy who fell into the river and nobody could find him. And in the end, the police, specialist divers, etc., all gave up. But then now he has been found, and it has been confirmed it is Zielo, found by a worker in the river. You know, these things do tend to come up eventually. It's just when. So, yeah, just really repeating what the others say. The police have requested the public to stay out of the way of the search, because, yeah, they won't want that really tells me that they really think they are going to find her. Because if they didn't think they were going to find her, like before, they were saying to the public, oh, yeah, you know, fill your boots, go and search. But now it's different. They think they're going to find her, so they don't want the public to find her, because that, of course, compromises forensics. And also, it's quite traumatic, isn't it, for a member of the public to find a body. So I don't think there's any other new videos that we've not seen before. Let's see. Yeah. Yeah, these are all from the end of May. Okay. So I just wanted to let you know, fill you in with what's going on. As I say, yeah, I'm pretty much 100% that they will find her. If any time I hear anything, I'll be, hi Chumba, hi Ali. So yeah, he was an electrician, a tradie as they call them in Australia, wasn't he? Or well, I suppose he still is, but I don't think he'll be out fixing anyone's electrics very soon. I don't think he's coming out. Wonder what he's hoping. Is he hoping that they won't be able to find Samantha, that some way or another he'll get away with this, even despite all the evidence they've got? Or has his lawyer advised him to plead not guilty? You know, because I may have said before, but I had a defence lawyer as a student, a British one, obviously, as a student once, and he said to me that if it's a murder charge, you always tell them to plead not guilty. Don't plead guilty until there's just no way, you know, that you can get away with it, sort of thing. Which is horrible, isn't it, really? And as I say, that's why I couldn't be a defence lawyer. So even if they know for, you know, that they've done it, they still tell them to plead not guilty. So okay, now I'm going to be back on tonight. So I'm going to be doing a live tonight. I'm going to look at the Rachel Marin case again. I'm going to try and look at Rachel's case once a week. Rachel, of course, is the lady who was now the difference between Rachel Marin's case is her body was found. The difference there is her murderer hasn't been found. So whereas with Anna Knezevich and Samantha Murphy, we have the murderer or the alleged murderer in custody, but no remains. Whereas with Rachel was found the very next day that she was murdered. But her murderer has not been found, despite them having DNA, despite them having video of him, despite them having a really good photo fit of him. You know, that's a real mystery. Anyway, Rachel's ex-partner and the father of one of her children has sent me, he has been in touch to say thank you for covering Rachel's case and to try and keep it alive, you know, keep her name alive. Because what they do, you know, they don't want it to turn into a cold case. This was last August when Rachel was murdered, went just going for a hike on a nature trail. Very similar in that way to Samantha Murphy. You know, literally walking, just going for a walk on a nature trail that she'd done hundreds, thousands of times before, you know. So, hi, Joanne. So, you know, it's a similar case, but a different case, if you like. So we're talking about very similar type thing. A woman going for a walk around a trail. Should have been safe. Anyway, he sent me some very interesting information about Rachel's case. And I've been looking for an opportunity, you know, to go through it and go through it properly. So I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. So normally on a Wednesday night, I have a late class as well. Normally work till quite late at night on a Wednesday, but not tonight because my student has had to cancel for tonight. So I'm going to do a live about Rachel and about what her ex-partner has said, and the information is sent, and he's pointed me towards some videos, etc. And we're going to do this every week. I'm going to try and say something about Rachel as well, so her name's always out there. You know, it's got, I think if you're for the family, as far as you know, I mean, I don't know how it feels to be in that situation that these families are in. I hope I never have to find out. But one thing I would imagine is that you never want your loved one to be forgotten, even after the case has been solved. So I was watching some things about Gabby Petito, you know, her parents, her her blended family parents, if you like. So now some information has come out about Gabby Petito, and they want people to know, they want Gabby's name to be mentioned. They want her death to have achieved something, you know. So they've set up the Gabby Petito Foundation, haven't they, which helps to find missing women, especially. Lots of things that they're doing. So, you know, the worst thing must be when people stop talking about it, unless you're Sebastian Rogers's father, of course, who now doesn't want people, seems like, to talk about it. But anyway, that's a whole nother story, isn't it? You know, you want people to talk about, you don't want your loved one's death to be in vain. You want their memory to be, and in the case of Rachel Marin, you want the twonk who did what, you know, who murdered her, who took her from this world. You want to know he's behind bars, because very difficult to sleep at night, I would imagine, knowing that he's out there somewhere, maybe doing it to somebody else, you know, having a good time, maybe going out with his friends, drinking, you know, just living life, when he's taken Rachel's life away from her, and also taken a mother away from 5 children. And when he was telling me what he's told me what he can say. Obviously, things that he's told me are things that I can repeat, but he knows a lot more. Faye, his daughter, his and Rachel's daughter, she's the oldest child of Rachel's, and she's like the designated person, or she would have been the designated person for law enforcement to keep in touch with, and she's allowed her dad, you know, to do that. But also, she doesn't want him share. There's a lot of information she doesn't want him to share, so he's not at liberty to share all the information that he knows, but he's sharing the information that he thinks will help, you know, that people should know about Rachel and about the alleged, well, he's not an alleged murderer, he's a definite murderer, because his DNA was at the scene. So we're going to talk about that tonight anyway, and, you know, talk it over. That's what we do, talk it over. You know, you never know when things can come out of conversations, and, you know, looking at things a different way. You know, 2 heads are better than one, and sort of like 100 heads are even better, you know, talking things over, etc. And also just keeping Rachel's name alive, because again, until Rachel's killer is caught and convicted, I won't be leaving that case alone. I'm going to follow that however long it goes on for. What else do I want to tell you? Just make sure you're all okay in chat. Yeah, you're all okay in chat. You're all having a chat. So I will see you tonight. I'm not sure exactly what time yet, but either be 8 o'clock Spanish time or 9 o'clock Spanish time. Probably 9 o'clock, because I know that gives, like, you know, I have a lot of Australian viewers. It gives them a chance to wake up, because I know it's morning time then in Australia. So it'll probably be 9 o'clock Spanish time, which is 8 o'clock UK time. I'm not sure exactly what time, Spanish time, Australian time. And in America, it's afternoon time, I think. So it should hopefully suit everybody. So have a really good, oh, is Ninja there? Hi Ninja. Yeah, we just think, so Ninja is a true crime channel. She lives in Australia. She sent some very good footage of the bush, etc. So yeah, she's been very helpful. But, you know, and lots of people, a lot of my Australian viewers, I always know when there's been any developments. So actually not today, because they always send me whatever news items have come up overnight. But I think these these news items, I think the police sort of caught everybody out a bit with them, because the police haven't been talking about it. So even the Daily Mail hadn't caught up with it yet. Normally the Daily Mail's straight there with their news items, but the police hadn't actually sort of revealed that they'd done the search until sort of not long ago. So okay, so have a good day or a good evening or a good afternoon wherever you are. I'll see you later. Thank you for watching, and until I see you again, as always, may your God go with you. Now I've got to put on my little video for a bit, which I always forget. Yeah, the video side of things, not my forte, is it? Just the chatting. That's the only thing I'm good at, not the videos. Okay, so remember to live and love wisely and carefully, and I will see you later.